Welcome back. In this random bits, I'm going to look at generating voiceovers for your games and getting those for free. So for instance, in this demo app I have here, I have a number of different voices and different scenes all generated, and I'll play them for you.
Current alert level is DEFCON 5.
Now at DEFCON 4.
Activating DEFCON 3. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
All forces, we are now at DEFCON 2.
DEFCON 1, we are now at DEFCON 1.
Now, some of those weren't perfect, but they're pretty good, you know, if you just need some placeholder voiceover, or if you're like me and you have a terrible accent, so there's no way you're ever going to record your own voiceovers. And, you know, with a bit of editing and a bit of sound special effects, you can probably make them sound quite good. So all of these things I generated for free using AWS, or the Amazon Web Services. And they have a technology called Poly, which is a text-to-speech product. And you can get the AWS console for free, and unless you're generating thousands of these things, you'll be able to do all of this for free. And even if you are generating thousands of these things, the pricing is pretty cheap. So you can sign up for AWS at aws.amazon.com, and once you sign in, you'll be given the AWS console, and all you need to do is search for Poly, and that will bring up the Poly console for you. And pretty much you can just type any text you want here. And then click on the Listen to Speech button.
This is some text that goes here.
Now, out of the box, they have a number of voices, both male and female voices. So, for instance, we go for Joey.
This is some text that goes here.
And they also have a number of regions. So, for instance, if we choose a British accent and we go for Brian.
This is some text that goes here.
Right. And so you can just add all the text you want there. And once you have a voice or a piece of text that works well for you, you can just hit download MP3 and import that straight into your game or straight into Unity, which is pretty cool. You can also change the file format. So you've got some options. You can pull in pure OGG and or other types of file formats, and you can also lower the quality. So it only does 22K is the highest quality, so about half that of say CD quality, but it's still pretty good. The other thing you can do, which is kind of interesting, is they have quite a lot of other accents, such as French. Yes, and it's actually designed to actually put French in there, and then they will pronounce it correctly. However, it's kind of amusing when you put English in there and they attempt to read it out. So, for instance, if we choose something like Russian.
This is some text that goes here.
Yes.
This is some text that goes here.
So you have quite a lot of options. The Australian one's moderately funny because they got Nicole and Russell.
This is some text that goes here.
Which is suitably Australian, and Russell as well.
This is some text that goes here.
Right. So you get quite a lot of options out of the box. The other thing is that it will honor punctuation. So you could say this, comma, is some.
This is some text that goes here.
So you've got that kind of control. As well as if you want some more sophisticated control, you can do speech markup language. So for instance, if we click on this link here, they'll give you information about the speech synthesis markup language. And they have some examples down here. And we'll just grab this one over here. And paste it in. And you see, for instance, they've got some breaks in there. They've got some aliases. So if the original text had an abbreviation or whatever, that you can give it the full word. And they actually have some Amazon specific effects, like this one is whispered. So if we listen to this one.
He was caught up in the game. In the middle of the 10th of March 2014 World Wide Web Consortium meeting, he shouted, "Score," quite loudly. When his boss stared at him, he repeated "score" in a whisper.
So yes, the whisper effect doesn't seem to work particularly well, but you can play with that. The other thing you can do is it has, if you look at custom pronunciations, you can upload and provide a mapping and the written representations, and you can do also phonetic pronunciations inside the markup language as well. So you can have a high degree of control over what comes out the other side. And that is about it. So yep, a great way to get voiceovers. Does take a little bit of tinkering to get the exact breaks and pauses, and also to find a suitable voice. But you know, great for these kinds of soundovers.
DEFCON 4.
And,
DEFCON 1. We are now at DEFCON 1.
So I hope you found that useful. If you like this video, hit like, and please also share this video. Thank you.